Our planet is full of amazing animals. From the tiniest insects to the largest mammals, the diversity of life on Earth is truly astounding. Each species, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a crucial role in the intricate web of life. Big animals, small animals, colorful animals that fly or swim. They all contribute to the beauty and balance of our natural world. Imagine a world without the vibrant colors of birds or the gentle rustling of leaves as small creatures move through the underbrush. They all have a place. Each one is a thread in the tapestry of life, and removing even one thread can weaken the entire fabric. The forests, jungles, and oceans are their homes, and they have adapted perfectly to their environments over millions of years. They are all part of a delicate balance. This balance ensures that ecosystems function smoothly, providing us with clean air, water, and fertile soil. When we disrupt this balance, we risk losing these essential services. This balance is what keeps our planet healthy and alive. Thriving ecosystems are a sign of a healthy planet, and they support not just wildlife, but human life as well. We are deeply interconnected with nature, and our well-being depends on its health. It's why we need to protect our wildlife. Conservation efforts are not just about saving animals, they are about preserving the natural systems that sustain us all. By protecting wildlife, we are also protecting the resources we rely on. It's about saving their homes. Forests, wetlands, and oceans are not just habitats for animals, they are vital ecosystems that provide us with oxygen, clean water, and food. When we destroy these habitats, we are also destroying our own life support systems. It's about saving our own home too. We share this planet with countless other species, and our fate is intertwined with theirs. By ensuring that wildlife can thrive, we are also ensuring a healthy environment for ourselves and future generations. Saving animals is not just about being nice. It's about recognizing the intrinsic value of all life and understanding that every species has a role to play. When we save animals, we are also preserving the natural processes that keep our planet in balance. It's about understanding that we need them, from pollinators that help our crops grow to predators that keep prey populations in check. Every animal contributes to the health of our ecosystems. Without them, our world would be a much poorer place. Each animal plays a role. Some are pollinators, some are predators, and some are prey. Together, they create a balanced and functioning ecosystem. This balance is what allows life to flourish on Earth. Some animals help plants grow. Bees, butterflies, and other pollinators are essential for the reproduction of many plants, including those that provide us with food. Without them, our agricultural systems would collapse. Some animals are food for other animals. This is the natural order. Predators and prey have evolved together, creating a dynamic balance that keeps populations in check and ecosystems healthy. This is the natural order. It is a system that has developed over millions of years, and it is finely tuned to maintain balance. Disrupting this order can have far-reaching consequences for all life on Earth. We depend on nature more than we realize. Our health, our economy, and our very survival are all tied to the health of the natural world. When we harm nature, we harm ourselves. Clean air, clean water, the food we eat, it all comes from nature. Protecting wildlife and their habitats ensures that we continue to receive these vital resources. It's a simple equation. Healthy ecosystems mean a healthy planet. When we protect wildlife, we protect ourselves. Conservation is not just about animals, it's about creating a sustainable future for all life on Earth. By safeguarding natural habitats, we are also safeguarding our own future. We protect the future for our children and grandchildren. The actions we take today will determine the world they inherit. By conserving wildlife and natural habitats, we are leaving a legacy of a healthy, vibrant planet. This is why wildlife conservation is so important. It is about more than just saving animals. It is about preserving the natural world that sustains us all. Every conservation effort is a step towards a healthier, more sustainable future. It's about keeping our planet healthy and alive for everyone. A world worth saving is one where humans and wildlife coexist in harmony, where natural systems are respected and protected, and where future generations can enjoy the beauty and benefits of a thriving planet. When we think of saving animals, we often think of the big, beautiful ones. The majestic elephants roaming the savannah, the powerful tigers stalking through the jungle, and the graceful whales gliding through the ocean depths. The elephants, the tigers, the whales. These iconic creatures capture our hearts and imaginations. We see pictures and want to help. We feel a deep connection to these animals and are moved to take action. But there's more to conservation than just these animals. It's about protecting entire ecosystems and the myriad of species that inhabit them. The truth is, conservation can be complicated. It involves understanding complex ecological relationships and making informed decisions. It's not always about saving every single animal. Sometimes it's about prioritizing efforts to ensure the survival of the most critical species. Sometimes it's about making tough choices. These decisions are never easy, but they are necessary for the greater good. It's about understanding the needs of the whole ecosystem. Every plant, animal, and microorganism plays a role in maintaining balance. For example, too many deer in one area can be a problem. They can overgraze, leading to a shortage of food for other species. They might eat too much vegetation, which can harm other animals and plants. This can lead to a cascade of negative effects throughout the ecosystem. In these cases, conservationists might need to control the deer population. This helps to restore balance and ensure the health of the entire habitat. Conservation is about finding the right balance. It's a delicate dance of managing resources and protecting biodiversity. It's about making sure all parts of the ecosystem can thrive. Only then can we ensure a future where both wildlife and humans can coexist harmoniously. One of the biggest challenges in wildlife conservation is habitat loss. Animals need places to live, find food, and raise their young, but humans need space too. We build houses, farms, and roads. This often means cutting down forests, draining wetlands, and changing the environment. This leaves less space for wildlife. It forces animals to compete for resources or move to new areas. Climate change is another big challenge. It's changing weather patterns, making it harder for some animals to survive. Some places are getting too hot or too dry, while others experience extreme weather events. These changes are happening too fast for many animals to adapt. This makes conservation even more urgent. Sometimes we try to help animals by moving them to new areas. We call this reintroduction. It seems like a good idea, but it can be tricky. The animals need to learn to survive in their new home. They need to find food, avoid predators, and know where to go. Sometimes the new environment is not suitable and the animals struggle to adapt. There's also the risk of spreading diseases. Animals from different areas might carry diseases that could harm the local wildlife. Conservationists need to be very careful when moving animals to new places. Reintroduction can be a valuable tool, but it's not a simple solution. It requires careful planning and monitoring to ensure the animals' well-being. Section 5. Power plays in nature's realm. Wildlife conservation involves many different groups. These groups range from international organizations with vast resources to small local communities dedicated to protecting their immediate environment. Each group brings its own unique perspective and expertise to the table. There are large organizations with global reach. These organizations often have the funding and influence to drive significant conservation projects across multiple countries. They can mobilize resources quickly and have the ability to implement large-scale initiatives. There are smaller, local groups focused on specific areas or species. These groups are deeply connected to their local environment and have a profound understanding of the specific challenges and needs of their region. Their grassroots efforts are crucial for the protection of local wildlife, and of course, there are governments that make the rules. Governments play a pivotal role in conservation by creating and enforcing laws that protect wildlife and natural habitats. Their policies can either support or hinder conservation efforts. These groups don't always agree. Conflicts can arise due to differing priorities, strategies, and goals. While one group might prioritize immediate action, another might focus on long-term sustainability. They might have different ideas about the best way to protect wildlife. Some might advocate for strict protection measures, while others might support sustainable use practices that allow for human activity. They might compete for funding or resources. Limited resources can lead to competition, with each group vying for the financial support needed to carry out their projects. Sometimes, political interests can also influence conservation decisions. Politicians might prioritize projects that gain public support or economic benefits, even if they are not the best for the environment. For example, a government might prioritize economic development over environmental protection. This can lead to the approval of projects that harm natural habitats in favor of economic growth. This can lead to conflicts over land use and resource management. Conservationists and developers often find themselves at odds, each advocating for their vision of how the land should be used. It's important for these groups to work together. Collaboration and compromise are essential for finding solutions that balance environmental protection with human needs. They need to share information, coordinate their efforts, and find common ground. By working together, they can pool their resources and expertise to achieve more effective conservation outcomes. Collaboration is key to successful conservation. When diverse groups come together, they can create innovative solutions that benefit both wildlife and people, ensuring a sustainable future for all. Section 6. When helping hurts. Sometimes our efforts to protect wildlife can have unintended consequences. It's important to be aware of these challenges and learn from our mistakes. For instance, wildlife tourism can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it can bring much-needed income to support conservation efforts. On the other hand, too much tourism can disturb animals, pollute their habitats, and even lead to conflicts with humans. Another example is the use of fences to protect wildlife. While fences can prevent poaching or reduce human-wildlife conflict, they can also restrict animal movement, isolate populations, and create barriers to migration. Conservation is about finding the right balance between protecting wildlife and minimizing our impact on their world. Section 7. Success stories and hope spots. Despite the challenges, there are also many success stories in wildlife conservation. These stories give us hope and remind us that our efforts can make a difference. Take, for example, the story of the mountain gorillas. Once on the brink of extinction, their numbers have increased thanks to dedicated conservation efforts, including anti-poaching patrols, habitat protection, and community engagement. Another inspiring example is the recovery of humpback whales. Once hunted to near extinction, their populations have rebounded significantly since the international whaling ban, demonstrating the power of collective action. These success stories highlight the importance of persistence, collaboration, and a belief in our ability to make a positive impact. Section 8. Your place in the wild. You don't have to be a scientist or a politician to make a difference in wildlife conservation. Every individual can contribute in their own way. Start by learning about the wildlife and ecosystems in your local area. Visit a nearby park, nature reserve, or zoo. Read books, watch documentaries, and follow conservation organizations online. Reduce your ecological footprint by conserving water and energy at home. Choose sustainable products, support responsible businesses, and minimize your use of single-use plastics. Spread the word about wildlife conservation by talking to your friends and family. Share information on social media, volunteer your time to a local organization, or donate to support their efforts. Section 9. Our shared future. The future of wildlife is intertwined with our own. By protecting animals and their habitats, we are ultimately safeguarding our planet and ensuring a healthier, more sustainable future for generations to come. Let us remember that we are part of nature, not separate from it. Our actions have consequences, both positive and negative. By choosing to live in harmony with the natural world, we can create a brighter future for all. The challenges are real, but so are the solutions. Together, we can make a difference. Let's be the generation that turns the tide and ensures a thriving planet for all living creatures.